Distinguished colleagues, I don't have any objection in principle to this bill. But my own plea is for us to look at the institutional dimension of what we are trying to do now. I have the privilege of having been the chairman of a committee that was established in the Ninth Senate to look into the possible revival of Nigerian naval ship NNS Aradu, where because of that engagement, I was in constant communication and interaction with the Nigerian Navy. Now, we have to be very circumspect about what we are trying to do now, given the situation that is on the ground. Most of the countries that you are talking about who have coast guards and also a navy, they have ocean-going naval institutions. A functioning navy that goes to the oceans and goes to the blue seas. Now, that navy, like the one in the United States and the one in Britain and several other developed countries, is a functional maritime defense and offensive, has functional maritime defensive and offensive capabilities. The Coast Guard is to guard what essentially this bill is supposed to do. Now, the Nigerian Navy currently, and I stand to be corrected by the chairman of the Navy, the Civil Senator Otumba Daniel, is currently doing the work of the Coast Guard because it doesn't have ocean-going vessels or ocean-going offensive and defensive capabilities. The attempt by the last administration to revive and re-equip the NNS Aradu, which was the only ocean-going vessel that we have with defensive and offensive capabilities in the high seas, was somehow thwarted by the same Navy, even though the former president approved that that ship should be re-equipped and repurposed, for those kinds of capabilities on the basis of which, more capability will be added to the Navy, to participate in international naval patrols and other matters of that concern, so that we can create now a Coast Guard, to guard all the security and other issues that this particular bill is addressing. Now, the challenge we have is that if you create a Coast Guard now, what will the Navy that you have now, which is doing the work of the Coast Guard, be doing without upgrading it to assume higher international maritime responsibilities? Now, these are issues that I think we should get at the back of our mind before we even see that. It's good to have a Coast Guard, but what I'm saying is that the Nigerian Navy does not have maritime capabilities beyond doing Coast Guard duties, and that's what it's doing now. So if you add another institution...
Thank you. Senator Abdul Nengi, you have 2 minutes.